below. Let's just cover what are function pointers. It's when you pass a function into another function. So, not to be confused with the capital FN closure trait. There's an example here within the Rust documentation. It's chapter 19 if you're interested in checking it out. So, we've got a function here, do twice, and we pass in a function called add1. It's a little bit convoluted. So, where we actually use it, we're using do twice, and we're passing in add1. So add1 is all of that. So all of that goes in here, and then you pass in 5 as the parameter. So that is here. Let's look at another example. Add or sub. So we've got a function as a parameter, which is called func, and then we specify that it takes an I32 and it returns an I32. So if we look at the breakdown of it, add or sub is the name of the function. Func is the parameter that represents a function pointer. It expects a function that takes an I32 parameter and returns an I32. Val, that's the parameter, the value on which the function func will be applied. An I32 denotes that the add or sub function returns an I32. So this is pretty much as per the example in the Rust documentation. What if you wanted to pass in 2 parameters? It's not that different really, but we go here. Got multi. So this is the outer function, if you would say it that way. And we're passing in a function called area. We don't have to pass in that function. So as we did up here, we could pass in this function, could get passed in here, or this one could get passed in. Because they both take an I32 as an input parameter, and they both return an I32. Generics is the other more advanced way to do all this, which I'm not going to cover here. So here, passing in our area function, the area takes width and it takes length. So up here, we're going to be saying pass in a function and accept a function which takes 2 I32s and then return. So this bit here matches that. And then we're going to be saying we want to pass in value 1 and then value 2, which actually end up inside here. So these two here, which are the width and the length. So when we come to use it, down here, got one bracket too many. That should give us 4 times 5, which should give us 20. Yeah, we get 20. Those are the 6 and a 7 minus 7 that we got from using sub 9 and add 5. So when we run this, we said add 5. So the function adds 5, which was up here. So that was 5 plus 1. That was the first result. Second one was subtract 9. And we passed in 2 as our argument. So the other benefit is that you can do tests much more simply, I would say. test with addition, test with multiplication. These are for test with multiplication. So that's the name of our test. It's actually running multi, which was this one here. So I think probably, again, the easiest way to commit this to memory is to experiment with it, edit it, add more parameters. And what I've been doing whilst learning is actually writing out the main function. So as if you had the main function here, take that, then go and delete this, and then rewrite it. So you're actually writing the function that will produce the output for this code. So just to recap, we're passing a function into a function, and that parameter represents a function pointer. The Rust chapter is chapter 19. It says it's advanced, and I guess it is really. I've just kind of glossed over it a bit here. But what I wanted to really just introduce really was the name of the function pointer. So fn, lowercase f, fn is a function pointer. Passing functions with function pointers will allow you to use functions as arguments to other functions. So chapter 19, it says it's advanced. It will lead on to using closures and generics, which then just, I wouldn't say it's more complicated, but it's just, again, then you start getting into closures are represented by traits, which mean you can't do enclosures directly, etc. Then you start using box and so on. Not that box is anything too scary, but once you start combining some of these things, then it just gives you a bit more to join up in your brain. So thanks for watching. I'll leave this example on Rust Playground. I hope you find the Rust Playground examples helpful. If you would like them as a gist, so you can just copy and paste the code, then let me know. But I think Rust Playground is pretty good. The tests, let me just cover that off as well. So cargo test. Oh, we've got an error. I deleted the function, didn't I? Add or sub. Let's add it back in then. And then we want to specify I32, which returns I32. And it takes a parameter. Just takes one parameter. And what have we done wrong there? I left the colon. Okay. Right, that's better. And now we want to just run cargo test. And we've got 3 passing tests. Good. Thanks for watching.